Now is a very good time to look into buying Brett on Base or to increase your bag if you already have some, the way most of my viewers probably do. Why is now a good time? Well, for one, the Brett team is putting together a huge in-person marketing event for later this week at Art Basel Festival in Miami. We're going to get into this later on in the video, but we've seen this repeatedly in crypto. In-person events, whether it be for blockchains or meme coins, the coin always pumps around the event. There just seems to be a certain level of energy and enthusiasm at IRL events that transcends any form of online marketing. Again, we'll discuss the details of the event a little bit later on in the video, but another reason why you should be madly bullish on Brett, and probably the main reason, is the exchanges they are on, or specifically the exchanges that Brett is not yet listed on. And now a lot of people might not know this, but Brett is still not listed on 4 of the top exchanges. They're not yet on Binance, they're not on Coinbase, they're not on OKX, they're not on Crack, and they're also not listed on Robinhood. Brett is on pretty much every other top 5 exchange. They're listed on Bybit, Upbit, BitGet, KuCoin, Huobi, and Gape. 4 of the biggest exchanges have held off as of now, which is a good thing, as I mentioned on my channel before, because that's where the parabolic price run-ups happen. When a meme coin is listed on multiple top 5 exchanges in quick succession. What we've been seeing lately is when one of those 4 exchanges, like Binance, lists a specific meme coin, then the other 3, Coinbase, OKX, and Kraken, lists the exact same coin that week in the days afterwards. It's like to say, okay, well, if one of those exchanges, if it passes their due diligence, then it passes our due diligence as well, and then we're not going to give away all the free trading volume to them. We want some of it ourselves, et cetera, et cetera. The bottom line is I firmly believe when Brett gets listed on one of those 4 exchanges, the other 3 will list it that same week, which means this price chart for Brett is going to go absolutely parabolic. Now, of the top 4 exchanges I mentioned, the one we want to focus on is Coinbase. Why? Well, for a couple of reasons. Number one, Coinbase is an investor in the Base Chain ecosystem. Coinbase Ventures, that's a VC arm, they've invested in the Base Chain ecosystem fund, which means they invested in 6 Base Chain projects, Amantis, BSX, Onboard, and 3 more. So the bottom line is Coinbase is tied into the Base Chain ecosystem. They are both Silicon Valley companies, entities. They both, a lot of the developers and executives know each other. So it just increases the chances that Coinbase would list Brett, since Brett is on Base. Additionally, even more importantly, you might not be aware, but Coinbase has started listing meme coins. Lately, they have listed Floki, they have listed Whiff, they have listed Pepe. This is all in the last month. And then just today, they listed Moo Dang. So, I mean, there was a time, mid-2023 when Pepe came out, Coinbase was adamantly opposed to meme coins. They put out a negative statement about Pepe. They just only wanted VC-backed, tech-driven utility coins. Not anymore. They are jumping on the bandwagon. Why is that? Well, it's partially just that the landscape has changed and meme coins are all the rage now. It is mostly due to the shifting regulations in this country. Obviously, Trump won the election. Gary Gensler, the SEC chairman, announced his resignation to be effective on January 20th. So there's just going to be a lot less scrutiny on exchanges and specifically the coins that they list, meaning they're going to be much more open to listing sort of unconventional coins like meme coins, where the team isn't as fully doxxed as, as a VC-backed sort of blockchain coin would be. Another reason why I'm the most bullish on Brett of all the memes going into the bull run is their marketing. Brett has, in my opinion, the best marketing of any meme coin. Now, before I give you some examples of that, tell you what Brett has been up to on that front, let's just compare it to Pepe. Pepe, as we know, is 4 times bigger than Brett. It's at 8.5 billion versus Brett's just below 2 billion. Despite that, Pepe does hardly any marketing. Their Twitter page, they really don't even tweet too much. Very few memes here. It's like a 5-day break with no tweets from November 27th to the 22nd. That was right when Pepe was pumping. It's like the Pepe dev said, hey, I'm on Thanksgiving holiday. Don't bother me. They also don't really do any in-person, they don't do any partnerships aside some exchange partnerships. Then here's another 3-day break with no tweets. Now let's compare that to Brett. Very active on Twitter, great memes, great video content, a lot of IRL marketing events, as I mentioned, including this one right here, this Wednesday night at Live nightclub in Fontainebleau. Live is pretty much the #1 nightclub in the US. It is in Miami. Brett is the head sponsor along with Forbes, but Brett is the #1 sponsor of a Rick Ross and Offset live concert and party. If you're not into music, those guys, Rick Ross and Offset, are huge. You can even apply to go to this right here. It's free if you are approved. They're also doing a mansion party after the concert. This is just your definition of cool IRL marketing. Moving on, let's check out some of just the fun video content meme style.
What I would do if I didn't win.
It's Brett on the microphone.
I guess we'll never know.
I like it. I like it. Here's Brett playing basketball. Cool. NBA season did kick off in the States here recently. Now moving to more on some video content related to actual partnerships. This was really cool. Brett is the lead. They were the lead sponsor of an actual professional race in Monte Carlo this past summer. Check it out. The Brett Mobile, the Brett mascot. The Brett car. I mean, this is pretty cool stuff. It's it was the E1 Monaco 2024 race presented by Brett, since they were the lead sponsor. It took place July 18th, 19th this past summer in Monte Carlo, and the race is part of the UIM E1 World Championship circuit. Very cool indeed. Now, staying in the sports realm, Brett is a sponsor of a UFC fighter, Gilbert Burns. There he is. They had a big space a couple months ago with Crash, Gilbert Burns, Rodney, Jake Gagan. Very neat indeed. Brett also co-sponsored some UEFA soccer matches over the summer in Europe. And now the sports stuff is cool, but let's not forget Brett is also actively involved in charitable and environmental causes. For example, at the E1 race in Monaco, Brett held a panel discussing how to make cleaner and healthier oceans and bluer waters. It's a nice cause, and Monaco is on the water, so that makes sense. Along those lines, Brett also contributed money and helped build wells and bathroom facilities at 5 remote villages in northern Nigeria. Here's some clips of it going on. That's the village. It's the Brett community. See the there's the water facilities right there. And now if we go down here, here the villagers celebrating when everything's been built. This is pretty cool. I mean, again, this is stuff we see. There's the water facilities, or this stuff we take for granted in the West, but in remote Nigeria, they just don't have normal access. So it's great. Brett is kind of donating to better causes like that. Additionally, they help build schools and then upgrade kitchens and bathroom facilities in remote villages in South India as well. And that is it for this Brett update video. So shout out to Crash's Clay and the rest of the team for doing a phenomenal job with this project. Obviously, as you can see, between the sports sponsorships, the concert partnerships, the charitable efforts, Brett is just a non-stop marketing machine. We all know 2025 is going to be the year of the bull run, meaning retail, the normies, they haven't even entered yet. When they do, they are going to be aping the big time, recognizable, cool and trendy memes just like Brett. And the best part of all, Brett isn't even listed on 4 of the top 6 exchanges. I showed you the connections between Brett and Coinbase. I showed you the fact that Coinbase is starting to list a lot of memes. In my opinion, it's only a matter of when, not if, Coinbase lists Brett. And once Coinbase does, I believe the other 3 exchanges will immediately follow suit, and that will cause a parabolic run-up. That being said, do your own due diligence as well. Smash that like and subscribe button. I'll be back later with a new video. Ben Crypto signing out. Catch you later.